So, Anthony, just to start off with a little bit of history, if you win the Emmy this year for comedy,
That's how I like to think. That's how I like to think.
Well, when you win the Emmy this year for comedy actor, you'd be the first black actor to win that award since Robert Guillaume. Yes.
Yeah.
For Benson.
For Benson, back in 85, 86. Yeah. I know the history, yeah.
What would that mean for you?
That would mean a lot. It's interesting that in 32 years, an African American actor hasn't won that award, hasn't received that award. I can say winning. It would be a feather in my cap, and it would be one for the history books. You can go back even further. With Tracy winning the Golden Globe, and if she were to win, or when she wins her Emmy, the last time a woman of color won it is just as long, if not longer. So there will be a lot of tears shed, a lot of historical points made, and then followed by an emotional acceptance speech. Yeah, that's what will happen.
Well,
yeah. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed.
You guys in this show, you deal with so many relevant, hot-button issues. How do you find the comedy in some of these stories?
I attribute that to our tremendous writing staff, our talented writing staff, headed up by Kenya Barris and Jonathan Groff, and our new EP, Susan Traub. She's like, I don't even think that's her name. Yeah, but okay. No, Susan Traub is now joining us. So yeah, I give them the credit. Without them, there would just be blank sheets of paper. So they find that balance for us, and then we just breathe life into their words once we're on the stage.
And you've been able to in this season and last season, you've been able to stretch and play really dramatic moments. I think about that Lemons episode. I think about the finale. Can you talk about? How do you feel you've grown as an actor in this show?
I've grown as an actor on many levels. One, Tracy Ellis Ross forces me to work every day. Two, the children. Three, and this is in no particular order. Three, again, our writing staff. Gives us, something spectacular and special to work from. And then, the ability to dance and teeter in both worlds, comedy and drama, all in the same half hour. To be able to do those things, I hope and I believe seamlessly. But I don't think, and this isn't to discredit any show or any sitcom that's out there right now, but I don't think anyone's doing what we're doing in terms of social commentary, in terms of the drama, in terms of the comedy, in terms of everything, in the short 22 minutes that we have every week. I look at the freedom that we're one of, or if not the only broadcast network show that's being nominated for these awards. And I look at the freedom, not that we don't have freedom here at ABC, but I look at the freedom that these cable shows are allowed to have in terms of subject matter, in terms of language, in terms of a lot of things, and the truncated season that they have. In comparison to the 24 episodes that we do every season, and to be poignant, to be on point, and to be all those things that make a great show. 24 weeks a year is a huge accomplishment, and I get lost in my answers sometimes. I hope I answered your question.
No, you did. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Certainly since the days of Norman Lear. You guys really, pulled up that mantle.
Kenya and I are huge Norman Lear fans. We sat back, 5 years ago at Laurel Hardware on Santa Monica and talked about the landscape of television and what was missing from it for us. Mm-hmm. And, Norman Lear was our subject. And, All in the Family, Good Times, and, The Jeffersons, those are the three shows that popped out at us. And, we sat back and Kenya and I realized that we had more in common than we didn't. And Blackish was born. And, we always said that we wanted to have a show on the air, that had social commentary, that moved you, that made you feel, that made you laugh, that made you cry, that made you angry. And at the end of it, made you have a conversation. Mm-hmm. And we succeeded in all of those things, beyond our wildest dreams. And here we are today talking about it, going into our fourth season. It's just truly an accomplishment, and it's just truly amazing. But yeah, that's what it's been about for us.
And you, as not just the protagonist, but as the narrator, you are able to give voice mm-hmm. to these concerns. What is that kind of responsibility?
Sometimes, I give voice to the voiceless. I fight for those who can't fight. I speak for those who can't speak. But that comes a responsibility, and I think I handle it, and I think we handle it well. It's all about authenticity, and it's about honesty, and I believe those are the two most important things that we do with our show, and that's why it has the following that it has. That's why it resonates with the people the way that it does, and that's why we're able to sit across from each other right now and talk about, well, you're my pick, Anthony.
Anthony, thank you so much.
My pleasure, brother. Thank you.
Thank you.